Premier League free agents 2019, including David De Gea, Toby Alderweireld and Ramsey. There are some huge names who will be out of contract next summer. We look at some of the headliners, possible options for January and beyond. Whether it and #X27 s a January bargain or summer steal, sporting directors and scouts will be searching the world over for a good addition to their squad. There are a number of players in the Premier League currently in the final year of their contract, so we have taken a look at the pick of the bunch with a view to them being free agents in the summer. Click here for Sky Bet and #X27 s January transfer window specials. Big clubs have started circling after Arsenal withdrew their contract offer to Ramsey. The proposed deal had reportedly been on the table for several months, and talks between the club and the 27-year-old Welshman came to a pass last month. There was talk of the North Londoners cashing in on Ramsey by accepting a cut-price offer in January, with Liverpool and Man United said to be two interested parties, but the player intends to stay for the entire season at least. Ramsey, who joined the Gunners from Cardiff in 2008, scored 11 and assisted 12 in 32 appearances and will not be short of offers should Arsenal continue with their strong stance. It has been recently reported that Manchester United are keen to hold and #X27 show down talks and #X27 with the Spaniard about a new deal. With his contract expiring in the summer, Old Trafford Chiefs want to agree new terms before it is too late. Mata is free to negotiate a move with overseas clubs from January, and old side Valencia are among a number of sides who would be keen to take Mata on a free in the summer. Mata and #X27's agent is his father and, according to The Sun, a Man United source claims, Mata and #X27's dad is a tough negotiator and it has not gone down well how this situation has been allowed to drag on. United will try their best to convince them to stay, but it is by no means certain that even extra cash will do the trick. It and #X27's purely about playing for one. The club know they have left it late and are desperately running out of time. They are playing catch-up because of various contract issues and the problems on the pitch being a priority to sort. Mata, 30, joined the Red Devils in 2014 and is said to be happy in Manchester, where he also owns a restaurant. He has made 7 appearances for Jose Mourinho and #X27's side so far this season, scoring 2 and assisting 1 while he has completed 90 minutes on just 1 occasion. At this stage of his career, game time will be vital and Mata could be inclined to listen to what others clubs have to say before putting pen to paper with United. As a tweet further down in this article shows, a number of Man United players are in the final year of their contract with the club. Mata and Herrera are 2 top performers who stand out on that list, and Herrera is still playing for his future in the north of England. The Spaniard, 29, got an extra year at Old Trafford after an extension clause was triggered by the club last season. The midfield ace, United and #X27's Player of the Year 2 seasons ago, has been linked with Barcelona and former club Athletic Bilbao, and a free transfer could be a great deal for a player who cost £28.2 million in 2014. It was reported that Herrera has no desire to uproot his family and is happy at United, despite being in and out of Mourinho and #X27's side. He has missed some of the season due to an ankle injury, playing a total of just 132 minutes. And recent reports in Spain suggest he could agree a new deal before January. Fabregas will be 32 years old come the end of the season, and the midfielder, who had an injury at the start of the season, is yet to feature in the Premier League. He is keen to earn a new contract in West London, with a club who have a policy to only offer 1-year deals to players over the age of 30. Fabregas recently told The Guardian of his current situation, "I'm very open about it. To be the honest, the club has not said anything. At the end of the day I have 8 months left and at the moment I'm gone. But I'd love to stay at the club. I've been very happy for the last 4 years and a half. We've had great success, won many things. I think I have a good understanding with the fans and players. I feel I still have a lot of football left in me, but it is now up to the club. I just came back from a difficult injury. I'm still sometimes feeling it a little bit. It is difficult to be sitting there and not helping the team when you know you could add something. Even if he does get a new Stamford Bridge deal, Fabregas admits he still has things to do before hanging up his boots. Probably in a few years I'd like to go away from Europe and experience something different at the later stage of my career. The centre-back will also be 32 come the end of the season, and he has been a key to Chelsea and #27's table-topping start to the Premier League season. He is reportedly set to be handed a new deal in West London, with Maurizio Sarri praising the influential Brazilian. Sarri said, "David has a big future here, he will be very useful for us. I don't know what happened in the past, but now he has a good chance." Should he get to January, still without a new contract and performing so well, some of Europe and #27's biggest clubs will no doubt start circling with a view to signing him on a pre-contract ahead of the summer. The French forward moved across London from Arsenal to Chelsea in January for £18 million. He only signed an 18-month deal with the Blues, meaning should he leave next summer he will have cost £1 million a month with his wages on top of that. The 32-year-old has started 4 of 8 games this season, assisting 4, but he is yet to get on the score sheet. Chelsea could fall short in the Premier League title race due to Giroud and Alvaro Morata and #27's failure to contribute goals on a regular basis, which could pave way for his departure as part of a striker clear-out. Marseille missed out on his signature in January and again in the summer, but Giroud insisted at the start of the season that he is happy with Chelsea and #27's there is no rush and #27 to discuss an extension. Should he get to January and still have no offer from the club on the table, Giroud could have his head turned by a club back in France or elsewhere who could promise him a role at their main striker. While he is yet to reach top form this term, De Gea is the best glovesman in the world on his day, and he will not be short of potential suitors should he depart Old Trafford. With Thibaut Courtois going to Real Madrid in the summer, the chances of De Gea getting his dream move now look slim. It also looks unlikely he will leave on a free due to the fact United have the option of triggering an extra year and #27's extension should they want to, which explains why the club appears so relaxed about the situation. According to Sky Sports, De Gea and #27's agent Jorge Mendes has opened talks over a new deal, and it is the likely option with his preferred move to the Spanish capital no longer on the table. A player whose Old Trafford future is more uncertain than De Gea and #27's, but he also has an option to extend the deal by a further year. The French winger, who has bags of potential, was in talks with the Red Devils regarding a new contract, shortly after a fallout with manager José Mourinho in pre-season, but nothing was finalized. The 22-year-old has started just 3 Premier League games so far this term, often switching between a starting place and the bench with Marcus Rashford. He may choose to assess his options if regular game time is not guaranteed. Toby Alderweireld and #27's contract tussle with Tottenham has been a long, drawn-out saga which could see him walk away from the club as a free agent in 2019. A glimmer of hope for Spurs fans is the fact the Belgian is back in Mauricio Pochettino and #27's side, so he could yet perform a U-turn. Spurs stayed strong in the summer, with Manchester United favourites to secure his signature, but he got a fresh start in North London and has been one of their standout performers. Like De Gea and Martial, Tottenham also have the option to extend Alderweireld and #27's contract by a further year, and this would trigger a £25 million release clause, which explains why they have been trying to get him to agree to new terms. "Honestly, I'm not thinking about it at the moment," the defender recently said in a press conference while on international duty with Belgium. "I feel good and I'm playing, so I'm happy. We'll see what happens." He also told Sky Sports News, "I and #27 am the old Toby again. I try to do my best and help the team. I and #X27 focused on Spurs and trying to help the team. That and #X27 all I can do. The 31-year-old Belgian suffered a blow when it was this week confirmed that he would be sidelined with a hamstring injury until December. Vertonghen sustained the injury in a collision with Huddersfield striker Laurent Depoitre early in the game, but continued until half-time, thinking it was a dead leg. The full extent of the defender and #X27's injury was initially unknown, but a further scan showed the extent of the problem. It means the defender will miss a good chunk of the season after starting so well alongside compatriot Alderweireld. His injury should not affect his chances of staying in North London, with Vertonghen discussing his situation with Belgian media last month. "I have an option in my contract. If Tottenham activate it, I and #X27 be with them for another season," he said. "I think the club will activate that clause. I don't and #X27 imagine the contrary. In any case, I and #X27 am at a stage where I look less long-term. It must be a stage in my life. I think more about the coming months than the coming years. After each competition, I see where I am regarding what comes next." United and number 39 out of contract XI11 Man United players facing an uncertain future at Old Trafford with their contracts expiring at the end of the season. More here. https://t.co/zx9xpi5ipic.twitter.com/z6g3tnxbb Information via Transfermarkt's contracts page incorrect on October 10, 2018.